The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
So, Tam, you ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, well, hell, I didn't know I was gonna be on here telling the people hello. Well, hello there. How y'all doing on this good evening, y'all? It is Podtalk, the podcast about podcasts, and I am your ill-prepared co-host, Tam, telling tales here in the building. You guys,
you at home.
Say hello to my other co-host that I believe is there in the studio. He got to be because he is on the ones and twos, and that's Mr. Miles Dixon. Say hello to him.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
There he is. You got like a little haze on you. You look real heavenly.
No, we don't want to look heavenly. Let me look lightly.
You look blessed. You look blessed. Okay. And then who else we got in the building? Because I can't see nothing in this back.
Nobody.
Who else? It's just us. Oh, okay. Well, listen.
It's the two of us.
All right, listen until that 5:30 mark, because then we are going to have our other co-host, Q Lewis, in the building. And of course, here in spirit, we've got B Todd. All right, so that is all of us that makes up your Pod Talk hosts. And on this evening, we have a really great topic for you all. It is the business of building niche podcasts. Okay, so finding and serving your audience. So that's what we will be talking about a little bit later on in our show. But as we always do, we got to talk about a current event. So what are we talking about on today?
Scoot over your camera or something, because you look like you're all on the side of your face. There you go.
So what I noticed is there's like this little slant situation that's happening on here when you cut to me and you, but I moved over, so I feel like we're good now.
Yes, we are.
We're good. Okay, yes, awesome.
We go.
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you. You look beautiful.
Can you see me?
You look beautiful. I'm gonna talk to you on the phone.
Why? Thank you. So we got to talk about our current event, Miles.
What current event is that? Which one?
I mean, we got to decide on what it is.
I got a couple of them.
Okay, well, listen, we got time.
I know me and Q were actually putting together the historical picture of One Day in Harlem. We're gonna do One Day in Detroit. We're getting all the podcasters, hopefully in this country and mainly in Michigan as well. We're gonna take the picture on 9/11. It's to eliminate all tragic events and fill them up with glorious moments.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. That's dope. Because is this something that you guys were presenting at Pancakes and Podcasts on Sunday?
We probably
on Saturday?
We probably going to unveil the picture at the Oscars.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Well, I mean, we're at the top of the show. You might as well go ahead and say a little something about Oscars too.
Oh yeah, the Oscars. Go out and nominate your favorite streaming people, as far as people in the film industry, and also the podcast. And of course, it's right there on the website. Go to thepodcarawards.com. Thepodcarawards.com. THEPODSCAR awards.com. I ain't want to finish spelling that now, but dude.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys go over there, make sure that you are making your nominations. So once the nominations come in, how long do they have to put their nominations in?
To the 18th. We might push it back to the 25th though.
Okay, so putting your head the 18th though, right?
Yeah,
putting your head, it's going to be the 18th of August.
Yes.
You got to get your nominations in.
Yes.
And then after that, you're going to have to end up coming back to make sure that you vote.
Yeah, make sure you vote for the people that's been nominated to fit the categories in, and it's going down October 9th at the Focus Hope Conference Center.
Make sure y'all have marked your calendars. October the what?
The 9th.
October the what?
That night, Tam.
October. I'm sorry.
Shut up, Tam. Tam, you look kind of shiny. Like like you met a guy named Saint Jean Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to get
that
your
ain't
groove?
his name.
That's not his name.
That's not his name.
Okay, what's his name, baby?
His name. Okay, nope.
No, you ain't gonna do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because people gonna be calling them. Talking, so you mean tell me you and Tam together now? I thought you ain't like smart people.
Who's gonna call who and say that?
Them people.
Okay.
Women's hateful. Shout out to Good Man 3. I seen it was a beautiful movie. I like.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that can definitely be our next current event topic because that is definitely out.
Yeah,
and it's good.
It's really good. I thought it would have got corny by now, but it was good. It was dope. It was really dope.
I think they did a great job with tying everything together.
Yes, they did
and giving us the finale. Yeah. They did a really good job on that. I love that they were able to pull their original folks from the first one, have them in the third, tie that thing up with a little piece of bow.
Yeah, because Q he did the wall drop 2 crime and stuff. So
he did
his best friend. He did the wall drop when he just fall to the wall and just slid down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I did a really great interview with Kamal.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a couple of them. Early on, when the first one first came out, is when I had the opportunity to talk with him initially, and then he came back recently. We talked about A Good Man 3. So, if you guys have opportunity, make sure that you head over to Tam Telling Tales and check that out. And it does kind of lend into our topic for today, actually the business of building niche podcasts, because if y'all know anything about me, you know that I am a podcast that is dedicated to storytelling. All of our co-hosts over here, we do individual things as well, and so that's kind of my niche. So
dope. And podcast dealing with podcasting, our niche is doing live broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
That's our niche. That's our niche.
That's it. See, I can't wait to ask you to tell us about his, because that's gonna be interesting to hear his answer.
Q got a great way of eating a sandwich. He got a marvelous way of eating a sandwich. I'm telling you.
You know what, sir?
Sir. Hey, ask him. Just ask him.
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
He created.
So listen, if y'all are in here, y'all watching us and whatnot, and we didn't came up on your screen, go ahead and make sure that you double tap, like, you can share this, you can tell us that you're there, that you see us real quick, real fast. I guess getting out of the camera angle. Let me try to stay in one spot.
You fine. You look good. You look marvelous, then, darling.
But I be moving around too.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I took all the chairs that had the rolly things. They put away. They not in here in the studio no more. Because you ain't gonna be moving. You're not gonna be moving around while we are got you focused.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
because we definitely gonna move around. Yeah. So you feel like taking comfortability out of podcasting helps to create a better
I think
show.
Yeah, because if you ain't gonna pay no attention, it ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna get better unless you make it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see where someone may argue that and say part of podcasting is about the comfortability that people have when they come and sit down and they talk.
Yeah, but they don't got that comfortability at home. Sit your ass still so we get you staying focused. And you're not gonna pay for these shares once these broke. These shares are almost $308 a piece.
Okay. Well, I mean that's fair enough.
Yeah. I dedicated myself to make sure I had insurance on these shares. Cheers. This time in this go around.
Listen, Bob said we is upgrading our lives over here at podcasting. Okay, y'all better get on it.
We don't need nobody throwing those stones. On that note, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, Tam, your niche or your niche or your niche. They say niche. They say niche.
How would you typically say it?
Your niche.
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 And I was niche, and then I would say niche.
Okay.
Either way, I would know what the other person was talking about.
I'd be like, why you want to bring my niece in the conversation? I wouldn't.
I gotta put a little shh on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Put a little shh on there.
It's French. I don't know. It might not be. I just made that up.
Yeah. I mean, just like most Americans make all words up. It's called Kroger, not Kroger's.
Kroger. What I say? I'm about to go to Kroger. I don't put no S on it.
A lot of people do. I'm going to Meyer, not Myers.
Now I'm gonna put S on that.
Yes, and I work for Ford, not Ford's.
No, I'll put no S on that.
And I drive down Lawson, not Lasher.
Yeah, it's definitely always gonna be Lasher. Like you say Lawson, and I'm gonna know something about you. And that's that you ain't from here, baby.
That's how it's spelled, baby. Spell Lawson.
I don't. Nobody in Detroit cares how Lasher is spelled.
That's the problem.
What you better know is
it's Lawson.
Lawson is Lasher.
It's not, honey.
And McNicholas is 6 Mile. This is what you just gotta know.
That's what's wrong with our public school system.
What's wrong with it? What
People
is
like
it?
we got teachers just like you.
This don't have nothing to do with education. This has
yes,
everything to do with nuance. You know what I'm saying? This is just a part of what the city is.
It's
You
Livernois.
just don't call it Losser.
It's
You don't call it McNichols.
It's Livernois, not Livernois.
Yeah, I'm gonna put S on that.
See, that's what I mean.
Yep, I'm gonna put S on that.
Yeah.
I mean, be mad. I don't care.
I got the bronchitis.
What's that? What's wrong with bronchitis?
No, I got the bronchitis.
Now I'm gonna put a the.
See?
I'm gonna put a the on it, and I'm gonna put a piece of it. It's always gonna be. Let me get a piece. And I got this little piece of man at the crib that's, feeling your girl. Yeah, it's always gonna be a little
Hold
piece.
on, you don't have a little piece of man at your crib? Why you ain't there?
I'm sorry?
Why you not there? You gonna have just a little piece of man sitting there? That's how it sound, huh? Okay, sound like a little puppy. They would turn me off.
Yeah, it could be.
Hey y'all, somebody save Tam, please, because she got a little man that's making her sound like a puppy.
What he not is little. That's what you got to know. Okay.
All right,
Let me quit talking and telling my business.
Yeah, no, but keep going. We learn.
Okay.
So
no, we're not talking about it.
What has been one podcast you figure had a niche to it, or a niche?
R&B money.
R&B money definitely have a niche.
Yeah. It definitely has a niche, and it's a good one. It fits them well. I think what happens when you have a podcast with people who know what they're talking about, and they can focus on a specific topic, they can talk about it real good. They could talk about it from like a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint. And like, if you've ever watched R&B Money, Tank been in the business for a very long time, so he done been on the end where he ain't had no money. He
probably been
told
on
the
the
people
real
about when
end.
he got some money.
He probably been on the real end. Oh no, okay, I'm sorry, but no. Hello
What
there.
up, though?
Oh, hello there. I'm Professor Dingo Dang. Professor Dingo Dang. So, Q, welcome to Podtalk, brother.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome.
You said that like he a guest.
Hey, look.
Right.
But,
This is the host.
I guess he was coming. So listen, Tank is the guy who said that doing fellatio on the male or receiving as a male don't make you gay.
How did we get here?
If you do it 3 to 4 times, that makes you gay.
How did we get here?
I mean, because we're talking about Tank. Tank is the most
We
disrespectful.
were talking about R&B money, sir.
Okay, but Tank is the most disrespectful male artist I ever met.
See, you always be trying to go in on Tank, and I feel like you be doing that because you know how much I like Tank, and I feel like you just be trying to like make him look bad in front of me. And what I've got to tell you is that it's just not gonna work, Miles.
It's not gonna happen.
Tank
It's just not gonna happen.
Tank don't know you, Tam. Tank don't know
How
you.
you know that? First of all, y'all check the group chat after this show. Okay.
Y'all something
Go
to
tell
show
me
you.
who I know and who don't know me.
Hey, look, I tell you what, though, you shouldn't know him. I would tell you this. I did not know you liked them that much, Tim. So I'm just gonna make it worse next time. Okay. Uh, he is very disrespectful. He's very
While we
disrespectful.
here, we were talking about the niche podcast, our topic for today, and how Tank and what's old boy name? Bobby. Was he Bobby?
Bobby
Oh,
Shmurda.
Jay, the other one that's on here. I always be
Yeah,
thinking about his brother, not getting
I call
had.
him soft. I call him soft bottoms.
Oh my
He look,
goodness.
he,
I don't know why you do that,
cause
but
he
they
like
have a great niche podcast.
he look like he got soft bottom shoes. I ain't gonna
Mouse.
lie. I'm sorry.
Mouse. So that's one of the ones that I would say is an example of a great niche podcast. You got one, Mouse?
Um, I think just the secret to success. I think that's catering to people who want to stay positive and going for their goals and don't let
Okay.
nothing stop them. Yeah, I like.
The secret to success?
Yeah, I think secret to success. That's what
Okay.
CJ, Eric Thomas, and that funny looking dark skin guy look like a gremlin. Look like he never
Dog.
should. He,
You owe one tonight, ain't you? Now you just got done
Yeah.
talking about being positive and
I mean,
everything,
that am
and how much you
positive.
love the podcast, and then just call this man
I
ugly.
am being positive. Hey, you ever saw Marvin Sapp? It looked like he never would have made it
Oh my
without them.
God.
Yeah, he don't look too bright. And I gotta give myself
That's
some
funny.
credit on Save It for Sundays. I'm working on a new skin regimen, and my skin was popping this Sunday. So y'all
It
get a
was?
chance. Save it for Sundays.
What you put on? What you put on there?
Cocoa Bud.
I was about to say something real disrespectful. and
No,
then
it wouldn't have been disrespectful
I'm
for me.
sorry. It would have been.
You probably was right.
What was you about to say? I'm curious now.
I ain't even
Go
want
ahead,
to
go
say
ahead,
it.
say it.
I ain't saying it. I'm putting the group chat.
But Q, if you would have heard her earlier talking about her little funky little boyfriend, and she made these little sounds like
That's
a little
the
puppy.
funky little boyfriend, though. The
Like,
funky little boyfriend.
yeah, she made these little puppy sounds like. I was like, "Ooh, we getting it, huh?"
Wow.
I said, "Okay." I left it alone.
Wow.
Shout out to Tam Moaning Tails.
Ham on the tails. Just
You know,
out of
interesting
control.
enough, I really kind of do because, like, I practice like reading like erotic tales and everything. Okay, never mind, but
No, do you?
Yeah.
Do you read them to him?
I do.
Do he rise and grind? Okay, maybe not too soon. I get it. You know, you're not even for the fun today.
Is that the
You know
USB
what?
mic I've been seeing on
I actually do
Instagram?
need a little piece of fun and
We-
extraness on today.
Would you say Q?
Is that the USB mic I've been seeing advertised?
No, this is the mic with the broken stand. That's all.
Not yours. Let's talk about Tam.
Me?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
I
I've been
think-
seeing the advertisement of it.
It
It
I didn't
plugged
have
into a
this.
computer or a phone. Like
Nope. It is plugged into like a little. I got a little
interface.
soundboard system over here. I don't really be playing with it too much. I just talk it to the microphone.
That's what I told her.
practice.
That's what I told her too, Q. I don't really play with it much, but if you want to go ahead and plug it up, you can. So Q,
You having you a night, ain't you?
hey, I'm trying to get lucky. Listen, but Q, can you tell us one of your niche podcasts that you would listen to or watch?
Oh, so I listened to this, and I gotta give her a shout out because I've always been amazed by this podcast, even though it's not my thing. It's called Stitch Please. It is a niche podcast about black women stitching. Like it's literally that's what it's about, and I found it
that's
to
a
be
niche.
that's I mean a very small niche,
We-
and that's Lisa Woolfork, right? So we met Lisa at Afros and Audio,
right.
but her podcast does extremely well because there is a segment of women who are interested in knitting and quilting and things like that,
Yes.
and I mean, she has a cult following. And I
Wow.
couldn't understand it at first, like when I first met her. So then I was like, let me listen to it. And it's actually pretty interesting. Like, even if you're not into stitching, in my case, I'm not even a black woman, but like it was still pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to her. I think for me, that is the smallest or most narrowed in niche or niche that podcast that I've ever encountered. So shout
I
out to Lisa Woolfork for Stitch Please.
shout out to Lisa Woodfork. I would say this:
Yeah.
when you first said, I thought you meant it was a whole thing about studs who tired of the bullshit. Like
Yo,
Stitch,
what?
please,
How did you get there?
cause stud bitches. I thought Stitches meant stud
Wow.
bitches. Sorry, I'm
Wow.
sorry.
No,
Hey,
bro. No, bro.
no, too soon.
Mercy.
Out of control.
I'm
Too
just saying.
soon.
I
Not
mean,
ever,
hey,
actually.
look, if you got here earlier, okay, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have left me on here with Tam, we would have been okay. Okay.
And then one other one I gotta add in, just like Miles did the shameless plug. I gotta do one too, man. So the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast is a niche
There
podcast
you
because
go.
it is narrowed in on not just any spirits, but bourbon and whiskey. So
Okay.
I want to shout us out too. So yep.
Okay. And so
Now,
I got a question for you.
hmm
How many drinks can you make with bourbon and whiskey?
thousands.
Okay.
Man.
So
If you drink cocktails, like I don't
okay.
really drink cocktails. Like
You like it
when we do
straight?
reviews, we normally do the straight whiskeys and bourbons. But we have done some shows ranking old fashions. We've done that before, but that's really about it. Cause I don't really like cocktails when it comes to whiskey and bourbon.
Old fashioned is my go-to.
Oh yeah, those are fire, especially
Yeah.
with the right whiskey or the right bourbon, for sure.
Oh yeah.
All I know when a woman wants some old fashioned, you got a better chance of getting some when they like old fashioned. Hey, Lauren.
Really?
Yeah, cause they yeah. Am I lying, Tam?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It must have been some truth to that.
Yeah, definitely true.
I
I
never
don't
heard that
know
before.
what you're talking about.
bourbon and whiskey last do women's bodily functions and their libido. They get their
Miles, don't.
no
I
no.
don't
This
I
is
don't know
so
about all that.
unfounded, sir. This is
Yeah, I
so
don't know about all that.
unfounded.
But what I
I
will
don't
say
like your
is that
attitude, Tam.
it's intriguing. It's intriguing when a woman knows about whiskeys and bourbons because, like, especially a black woman, because
Yes.
we wasn't brought up on that. So, like,
Nope.
it puts you into a little bit of a different category. So either
Right.
they are connected to someone older, or they've branched out to try something new. Because we
Yeah.
didn't come up on bourbon and whiskey, so like our norm is like tequila and cognac.
Cognac. Yeah.
Yeah, so outside of those, if you're doing
Moonshine.
anything,
She
you
said
know what I'm saying,
moonshine,
right?
right?
So
But yeah,
if you're outside of that, you build like a sort of a different kind of culture for real.
yeah,
Just like
true.
women who smoke cigars.
Yeah. I think I'll be very honest with you. Once my mentor found out how much bread I used to make, he said, "Son, you need to learn different stuff when you go out. You know what I mean? You need to know what type of wine to pick. You know what I mean? What you're gonna eat for dinner. Like you
How
know
to
what I mean?
golf,
Yeah. Well,
How to golf,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, he
play
said golf.
chess,
He said golf, but
swim.
well, I'm gonna tell you what turned me off about golf. We went to the
Well, yeah.
we was at the golf course, and they wear different type of drawers when they golf, right? And I'm like,
Dog, what?
they got golf drawers, bro. So I'm like, I'm not wearing those. I'm not
Golf
wearing
draws? What
those.
the? Okay,
Hey,
Where do you buy those?
golf at the pro shop, I guess.
At the pro shop, cause you got pro
Oh
balls,
wow!
man. You got pro
I
balls.
I ain't never heard that in my life,
Me
bro.
neither, but they look like those different drawers.
I'm about to Google it
Maybe they're just old men
Yeah,
with long
Google
balls
that,
or something.
'cause-
I don't know.
Dog.
I don't
because
know.
I feel like you making this up.
I might
Golf
Yeah,
be,
it's a
draws.
possibility.
but I was intimidated. I mean, nobody balls should be able to go to their ankles. I was saying to myself like I don't want to golf, but my mentor told me you need to learn like what type of steak is in season. You know what I mean? What type of sauce to order, because you never know who you're gonna be sitting across from. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah, those conversations just put you in a different
yeah, mind frame.
different circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then shout out to Mike Illich when I got to have an opportunity to sit down with Mike Illich. My friend tried to embarrass me, and it backfired on him because he was talking about Mercedes Benz. He didn't even have one, but Mike Illich was looking for a place to get his Mercedes repaired. So I told him about two places. My boy was like, "So what you know about getting the Mercedes Benz?" I said, "Well, you go to Froggers or you go right here over on Cass Corridor." And he's like, man, I tried that place, but I said, we're here. Here's another space for you. And so I said, by the way, I ordered you some turtle pie. He said, who ordered me the turtle pie? I said, I did, sir. He's like, oh, okay. Miles, you sure do your research. I said, I certainly do. If I'm going to sit from somebody like you, I'm definitely going to do research.
No, for sure.
Cause
And that's the thing too. Even like when you if you want to compare that to podcasting, right? So whatever your niche is or niche, I don't know how you say it, right? Whatever your situation is in the podcast, that is also important. Just about doing the research on the person or the topic that you're actually going to be talking about. It shows that a different kind of readiness, right? So that's kind of the same thing that we were saying about. Just about knowing your, like you said, your steaks that's in season and wines and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's just about being in the know so that you can kind of so people can, what's the word I'm looking for? So people can trust you, right? Because like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you know things and
Did
you kind of,
nobody
I
know?
guess, right, and I'll use the air quotes and I say fit in,
Yeah.
like there's a feeling of camaraderie there that
Very
allows the
true.
person to open up more. So
I'm
yeah,
glad
that's
you.
why those things are important.
I'm glad you said that. Tam, did you find golf draws?
Nah, man. I mean, you got the drawers that got golf balls on them and stuff, but
Right,
they ain't have like no
exactly.
specific drawers called golf drawers,
Did
And I'm
you
sure
go?
they
golf
don't.
underwear,
Did
none
you
of
go?
that. I mean,
Did
they
you
might have had a little piece of moisture whisking underwear, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
ain't
see?
no golf drawers.
I mean, they all both of them got balls on them. So anyway,
No.
no, one of my favorite niche podcasts too is Learn the Leisure Learning, whatever, because they
Earn
talk
your
about
leisure.
learn your leisure because
Okay.
they talk about straight up money, marketing.
They do. They
Um,
switched it up a little bit now, though. I think they was trying to get another audience. So like now they actually just be interviewing people,
yeah,
which is cool. I think they was just trying to keep up with pop culture. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I don't
So
think it's a good thing for them.
yeah,
I think it's too many people just interviewing people, and most people who interviewing people don't even know the right question to ask. You know
yeah,
what I mean? They be
Because
like,
they're not journalists
true.
that and they
Yeah,
haven't studied.
yeah. They haven't
They
yeah.
haven't done any
studied.
work behind the scenes.
And that can, and I also understand that that can be a little daunting, right? Because people doing interviews and doing podcasts, and when you tell them the journalistic side of it, I guess that can be a little bit overwhelming. So I just tend to tell people like just be act like you're interested in the person you're interviewing. Like let's not even break it down to being a journalist because maybe that's scary. Maybe that's a scary word. Like maybe you
Mm,
feel like you don't want to step up to that, to that level. So let's just act interested and who you talking to. Because like when you're
yeah.
interested in who you're talking to, you'll do the research.
You absolutely, or especially if you are doing a podcast and it's in your niche,
Hmm.
then a lot of it comes organically, right?
True.
I talk to a lot of people on Tim Telling Tales that I have in some way like known about
Right.
for maybe years, right? Because a
Hmm.
lot of people that are in the movie industry here were on the scene doing stage plays years ago. I might have
Right.
did a stage play with them, you know what I mean? And so I can reflect on, remember back when we that, now there's
Exactly.
this comfortability there. We can keep on talking about the conversation. It's something that you really like, that you enjoy. And so it makes that conversation so much easier for you as well as
Mhm.
your guests.
I agree, and that's why it's important to kind of vet who you interview because like I know it's cool like everybody want to have like the it person like on their podcast or somebody who can bring eyes to their podcast, but in real life, um, you gotta know or you gotta vet the people that you're interviewing. Don't
Yeah.
just be interviewing them because they bring in clicks. Like you gotta be genuinely into this conversation because if you're
Hmm.
not, people who listening well at least I know I can identify like oh shit he's just talking to dog. Like it's not even a real interview. Like he don't even know him. Like
Hmm.
he didn't do the process to like get to know some background stuff. Like it's just you can tell. So like so you're right. When you doing that, normally you should be pretty much enthusiastic about whatever it is you're talking about. But if you just pick
Hmm.
and guess because they can bring like clout to your channel, then you can tell too. You can tell that part too. So yeah.
Yep, I absolutely agree. I had somebody who reached out to me about being on the show,
Mm-hmm.
And so I immediately go, I'm looking up their social media and everything. So I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on. Cause I don't really know you for any of the things that I really interview people about. I'm looking, I don't
Exactly.
see nothing on the social media. What I
Yeah.
do see is a whole lot of almost semi OnlyFans ish type of ish. And I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, like,
This
ah,
ain't for me.
right. And she got a lot of followers, all of that.
I was gonna say a million
But
followers though.
this that ain't what I do over here.
Right.
I don't do that over here. And so I probably did offend her a little bit, which I mean, oops, but I had to ask her, like, what really is it that you want to talk about with me? Because this is what I talk about over here.
Right.
And she started running down all of the things that she does in
Mm-hmm.
the industry, but it ain't really much. That's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm an actress, but you being an extra in like 5 films. Uh,
I mean, she on her way up though, so you can't, nah.
nah. But here go the other thing. You don't have no headshots on your social media page.
Yeah.
None of that. You got ass. That's
Right.
it.
So are you trying to get a gig? Because
What
like,
we doing?
yeah,
What
exactly.
we
I
doing?
got
So, I probably offended her a little bit, but I don't do that.
you.
I
Yeah.
don't do that. So vet who it is that you let come on your show, and
Hmm.
people should also vet where they go.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, definitely. You should vet where you go. Because I had an instance where we got invited to do a live podcast, and I feel like, and that was on my end too, because I had been on their show before. We had some fun on the show, and they invited us out to be like kind of the opening act for their live show, and it just didn't it kind of it didn't go well. It didn't go well, and the reason being though is like that was on me. I should have done more research to see what their audience really looks like, to know that like our brand ain't for that. But then also,
Mm-hmm.
they know me, so I kind of feel like before they invited my whole crew out, they were supposed to look at what we do as well and say,
Yeah.
this ain't a good fit. Q, like maybe you want to come on and just do something, by yourself with us, because like I'm a little different when I'm on somebody else's show, because like I'm blending in with what you do. But
Right.
if you invite me and my cast out, we come to do what it is that we do. You know what I'm saying? And I figure if you invite us, then you knew what we was bringing. And apparently they didn't know, and I didn't realize what the audience was, and it just didn't really go over well. So
Y'all was cussing, wasn't y'all?
I mean, just talking crazy, but it's what we do. But like, you should have, when you invited us, you knew what you was getting. But then also,
Mm,
I should have been like, you know what, y'all audience ain't for us. Like, we can't do it. Like, sometimes you got to turn stuff down.
I
yep.
totally agree.
Yeah.
But at this point in the stage in the game, I can't turn but down nothing. I can't wait till I get invited on the Tam Tell and Tell show. Maybe I get some new followers or something. But have you ever, have you ever been Tam like? No. Anyway, so I'm just asking.
Right.
Have y'all felt like anybody was ever just jealous of you? Tell the truth.
I don't know. I don't ever think about that shit.
Oh, I
But
have.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I have because
But
one.
you know what though? As I'm thinking about it, it ain't even in podcasting for real though.
It's in life.
Oh, no.
Sadly.
Yeah,
It's in life.
it's in life.
Yeah.
Because I'll be very honest with you. When somebody recently, within the past few weeks, was introducing me, this one guy said, "Okay, well, damn, why don't you marry him?" And she was like, "What? I'm just telling you everything that he do." You know what I
Damn,
mean?
for real?
Yeah,
That
and
was
it
the
was
response. That's
that was the
crazy.
response, bro. And she was like, what's your problem?" He said, "You telling all people all the shit he do. I mean, if you could do flyers, you could do business cards. If you could do business cards, you could do a website. If you could do a website, you could do a movie. If you could do, you know what I mean?" And I was
Oh, damn, he was mad.
like, he was mad, bro. And I told him,
Why she tell you all that though? She was trying to start shit.
no, I was right
Right.
there. I was right there
Oh, this was happening in front of
in
you.
front of
Okay,
me.
I got you. I got you.
Oh.
It's nothing.
Say
I'm
she's trying to
telling you.
rile y'all up.
Yeah, well,
Little
actually,
friendly competition.
actually, she wasn't. She was introducing me to some of the people that's sitting at the bar. She owns a bar,
Gotcha.
and she was just like, "Hey, this is my friend Miles, aka Doc. If you know music, he do music." But she starts saying stuff, and then I guess it's her dude. You know what I'm saying? Myself kind of dude
Oh,
gonna work.
he insecure.
He insecure because he worked for her, shit. So he got to be insecure. I almost
I mean,
said
I
on
ain't gonna
my
say all that. I ain't gonna say all that. Because if my woman owned a bar and I would work for her and I wouldn't
yeah,
be insecure about it.
but I wouldn't be in the front neither.
Shit, I'll be up there chilling,
Yeah, but that's what he was
Depending on
doing.
what you do well.
eating all the free steak bites.
You get his free
Listen,
steak
if my
bites.
man is a good bartender, sir,
Exactly.
we about to get this money together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But most women say that, most men say that, but they know when attention is being put on them. Shout out to a good man 3. When women when women attention is diverted into another man,
Yeah,
you gotta be careful. You
yeah.
gotta be careful.
And okay,
Yeah.
that shit was straight though. It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
we were just talking about that. Q.
Yeah,
I think they tied it in together well together.
No,
they
I
they
did.
think
did.
I think that one shot in the back would have did a man though.
I think Kamal crazy in real life, but that's a whole nother
We
conversation.
need to get him on the show. Like, what type of crazy pod show you want to do? Come
Yeah, I
on.
got to ask him like, bro, is this you for real, dog? Cause
Like,
you play this really well.
Yeah.
yeah, if y'all peep that, what's the guy that used to be on the um city council in like Chicago or something? Maze, was that his name?
I
Now
don't
he
know.
used to be going off on them white people at
Oh,
them council
he's
meetings.
like, look, you cracker. Yeah, I know exactly,
He used to be
exactly
going
what you're
off on
Yeah.
them.
talking.
I feel like Kamal channeled him in like one of those things. Like
Right.
he was going. But you know what? Something else that was really great about that one, and it's been in that movie quite a bit, is I love the fact that they incorporate therapy, right?
Yeah. Nah, for
Even
sure.
though it didn't work for Ethan because Ethan was
Yeah,
crazy.
it didn't work for him, but yeah.
But still, kind of normalizing it being there,
Yeah.
and him kind of like digging into some of the reasonings behind why he was the way that he was.
Well,
Like, I
how
could
much
dig it.
how much your
Yeah,
mother
the
can be,
backstory.
how much your mother can really impact you as a boy.
Yeah,
Man, no, for
It's,
sure.
yeah, man.
it's some deep shit when it comes down to that part. I'm
Ooh-wee.
not gonna lie. My mother had great influence on me, and at the same time, as I grew older, I said, "This is why I am how I am."
Right.
I used to manipulate women mentally, just off of them saying, "How do I look?" When a woman give a man that much control to answer that question, that man can ruin or really uplift her. When a woman said, "Ask a
That
man,"
is true. I ain't never really thought about it like
oh,
that, but yeah, you're right.
man, I'm telling you, because then she'd
Yeah.
be. I seen a guy ruin his ex girlfriend's whole night. He said, "Well, you look okay." So she asking everybody, "What you think of this dress? Is my makeup?" And I'm like, "Girl, shut your ass up and get you some new dick." You know, that's what I'm thinking. And I was being honest with you because when a man don't respect the woman that he's with, it's gonna show. And 9 times out of 10, he don't respect his mother neither.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
I learned a whole lot. And Ethan, it's a lot of Ethans walking around. I don't know about killing people like that, but there's a lot.
Yeah,
Of,
yeah.
There's a lot of Ethans.
That was the extreme, yeah, but
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
Ethans, bro. Shout out
I
to Ethan.
listen. I feel like I'm that thing got my mojo going. Like I feel like I want to do a review. Like I ain't
Yeah,
did one of those, little piece of mini little green screen review.
Yeah, do a review. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, for
man.
real.
I might have to put that on the agenda.
yeah. You might as well because as crazy as Ian was, you see it in a lot of younger. I won't say boys or young men as they growing up. You be like,
Yeah.
so you just gonna disrespect me like that? I'm
Right.
telling you, say
Or,
something one motherfucking
but
time.
you know what? It wasn't even, because it got to a point where he would be enraged, but it was like a breaking point, right? Like that whole time, though, on the surface, Ethan seems like
It
a
seemed
good
regular.
man.
Yeah, it
You
seemed
know what
like
I'm
a
saying?
cool
He seems
dude.
normal.
Yeah.
He seemed regular. But see, I had this conversation with Kamal about how I never thought that he was a good man. And
Well,
I'm gonna tell you why I never thought he was a good man, right?
Okay.
Because all of those women that he was dealing with, okay, maybe except for in the second one, but that first one, Ari showed him who she was, told him who she was off rip, and he
yeah,
wanted so badly to change her.
He wanted to
He
yeah,
change
wanted
her.
to
Yeah.
control her, and that was where the problem lied. Like Ari was who she was. Ari liked what she liked, which was not a square, as you call
Right.
it. But if you're gonna keep on throwing money at me, you're gonna keep
Sure.
on
Right.
making my life comfortable with hell. Why I'ma leave?
Yeah.
Like if you literally can propose to me and see that I don't really want to say yes, and you can't pick up on that, and you just
Right.
gonna keep on throwing things that you know I need in my life in order to get me,
Right.
that's manipulation, my baby. That's not a
Yeah.
good man.
Yeah. He played himself on that one for sure.
Played himself.
Yeah. No, I
Then
can
he
agree with
played
that.
her.
Oh, he killed.
Right.
He killed the shit out of her.
Okay.
Right.
I love him.
But I would say this for the logical part or the psychological part of it. That's a niche market in itself. Psychology thrillers, where they showed all the red flags in the very beginning. You know what I mean? And what he did in part 3 when he went back to the original of Q and the original ex-wife,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in." He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all the way
Huh.
in.
He knocked my dog out though, man.
He,
He invited him to that shit though.
yeah,
Go ahead and hit me.
come
Like, no,
on,
don't do
man.
that.
Hit me.
Right.
Like, that ain't what you want, my baby.
ain't
That
what
is
you
not
want.
what you want. And
He
Shelby
put all
crazy as hell
shoulder in
because
that
you ain't
motherfucker.
about to just sit up here and bust my bed in the face like that. I don't
Hell
care if
no.
I did sleep
Right, and
around
she
with him. Oh,
she
I
just
got to go
looking.
get strapped.
She just
Okay.
looking.
Right. She was just looking.
She's just
Just
looking.
looking.
Dog got slumped.
I don't want no bitchy bitch. You know what I mean? I want a bitch that's gonna sit like that. Nigga, please.
Listen, this is
She
why
ain't
we
run-
die, so it's gonna be ride or die.
She ain't
my
running
baby.
go
Sorry.
get nothing.
Yeah, he was
Right.
supposed to have went down in that house. Cause
Yeah.
ain't no way to where I would stand there and let you just
At least dove
throw
over
shots
while
on
he
my
was
dude.
on top of him though. He on top of
Something.
him, just knocking his ass out. Like,
Just
he's
something.
crazy,
And granted, he invited it. I guess
He
she
did
saw
invite
that
it, though.
portion of it. But oh my god, y'all, we could go on and on about this movie. Like I forgot we do got a topic.
Yeah. So dealing with niche marketing, I believe that Lauren Lewis with Detroit City Deals, she have a niche marketing with podcasts where she invite people who's on her platform to introduce them to the DCD world. I think that's really dope. I think that's really dope, and I think that's admirable.
And to be offering all their services and discounts and everything in one place,
Yeah.
I think it's something that's not only not done a lot, but also I think it's not celebrated enough. Like I think that we need to put a bigger spotlight on Lauren's podcast and the businesses that she highlight because like
Yeah.
that's a big deal for real.
Yeah. It's definitely a big deal, and I tell anybody, if you want to get on Detroit City Deals, that'd be what's best for you. It's already a platform. It's not shade. It's not shading who's gonna see your stuff or not. Or not.
Right.
Everybody can be seen. She don't shadow ban nobody. And it's
And
at
she
a
pull up
decent
to
price.
places.
And she definitely pull up to places.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah,
I better get on it.
yeah. DetroitCityDeals.com. Just go there. For if you have a business, I think you need to be down there. Even podcasters need to be on there.
Also, too, real quick, before we get out of here, another niche podcast I think I want to give a shout out to is Black Friday. So shout out to my man Denzel Turner. Does
Yeah.
the Black Friday podcast. That's to me like, and this might be a big thing, but I would equate his podcast to like what Black Enterprise was to the Black business community back in the day, right? Because
Okay.
he's spotlighting so many Black businesses and entrepreneurs from around the city. I mean, he had the mayor on there before she was the mayor, and a few businesses that I never heard of that I got information from his podcast. So like, yeah, shout out to
Okay.
my man Denzel and Black Friday podcast. I think that's
Yeah.
one of
Alright.
the niche podcasts that I would definitely like to advocate for.
Yeah.
For sure. He
Well,
talked the talk and walked the walk for sure.
For sure.
Well, that's what
And he be out here, with in the schools too, like talking to the kids and shit. So like he
Yeah.
giving
that's
them,
dope.
he giving them
He be
podcast
outside.
skills. Yeah, he be
He
outside.
he did like a business not pop up but crawl. So it was like they all was
Oh,
on
yeah.
like one vehicle and they went from one Black business to another Black business to another Black business. Like yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah, he invited me out last year to do that. I think he's doing it again this year. This year I want to be involved in that because that was kind of
Yeah.
dope.
And you have been invited somewhere else in September, right, Q?
Yeah, well, they ain't even posted it yet, but I guess I'll say.
Go ahead and shout it out.
So yeah, I've been granted the opportunity to speak at Podcast Movement in New York in September. So September 17th and 18th. So
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm kind of excited but scared at the same time because this will be the first time that I'm doing a solo speaking thing and not on a panel. So like this is completely me.
Well, quit
So I
being
gotta
scared.
get.
I wrote a
Yeah,
book
you're
about
right
that.
there.
You know what though? I ain't even
You
gonna
did
say
write a
quit
book
being
about that.
scared because everybody has that fear factor in them before they go and do something great.
For sure.
So don't even be afraid of the fear. Okay?
Yeah, you're
Hey,
right.
you
No
still do
doubt.
that thing.
No
Well,
doubt.
Well,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
congratulations.
it looked like we
Thank
can.
you.
It looked like we can count Tam in being one of the 4 or 5 people to go on this New York trip with us. Tam is only going to be 225, so come on with us. And
What's the date? Say it again.
September 17th and 18th.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
so about a
I'll
good
be
month
done
away.
with filming
we need to go support our boy. And
in New
shout out,
York.
yes,
Yep.
Okay.
he driving, so you gonna get us there
I'll drop
safe.
y'all the I'll drop the information in the group chat
Yeah.
Okay.
All
so
right
you see
then,
what it
Q.
is.
You already know what time it is.
All right, yep, you already know what it is, man. Thank everybody for checking us out, man. We are podcasting live from the podcast studios in Southfield. This is Pod Talk, the podcast about podcasts. Shout out to my man B Tide. Couldn't be with us today, dog, but he here in spirit. You
He
know what
with
I'm saying?
us in spirit.
Right. Shout out to super producer Cal for the whole setup for today's talk. Shout out to Miles bringing us to you on the ones and twos. And of course, shout out to that was a late ass clap. Right. Shout out to Tab telling
I
tales
was
in the
frying
building.
chicken. That wasn't even claps. I was frying chicken.
Y'all, it's me.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red zone, baby. Peace out, y'all.